Hello, I have decided to do a detailed summary of the novel Station 11 in two videos, and this is part 1. Part 2 will be released tomorrow at the same time. All related videos are added to a playlist. The link to the playlist is given in the description. Summary explained in Malayalam will be released next week. A separate playlist will be there for all related videos in Malayalam too. As I have mentioned in one of my previous videos, there is a comparison of pre and post apocalyptic lives of people in this particular novel. The past mainly focuses on Arthur Leander and his first wife Miranda, both of whom hail from a fictional island called Delano in Canada. Arthur came to mainland aspiring to be an actor, a feat in which he was successful. The glamour offered by his profession blinded him. He eventually ignored his loving wife Miranda and his only friend Clark Thompson. Arthur divorced Miranda to marry Elizabeth, with whom he had a son, Tyler. He then divorced Elizabeth to marry Lydia, and Lydia divorced him to go with another man. In the end, Arthur realized that his was a life full of regrets, and when he felt alone, it was Miranda whom he called. Miranda used her alimony to build a strong career. She constantly worked on her dream project. The title of the novel is based on the title of Miranda's dream project, Station 11. It was a reflection of her life and dreams. A cartoon about a spaceship by the name of Station 11 in which humans escaped when Earth was invaded by aliens. It was a place of perpetual twilight. When the novel begins, Arthur, playing as King Lear on a stage in a theatre in Toronto, staggered and fell, probably due to a heart attack. One amongst the audience, Jeevan Chowdhury, was the first to notice. Then training to be a paramedic, he gave CPR as fast as possible, but was not able to save Arthur. Later, he consoled the crying 8-year-old child actor Kirsten and left when the handler Tanya came for her. After Jeevan left the theatre, his friend called and warned him about a sudden outburst of the pandemic, Georgia flu. Following his friend's advice, Jeevan stocks water, food, etc. and moves in with his handicapped brother Frank. This is happening on day 1 of the apocalyptic event called Collapse. It should also be noted that Jeevan regretted his previous career choices as a paparazzo and as an entertainment journalist. Now slowly, all technology, electricity, etc. vanished from the world. After Frank's death, Jeevan went on a solo adventure. He avoided risks as much as possible and ended up in a settlement called McKinley. At year 15, he had a wife Daria and a son Frank. He became a doctor of the New World. In year 20, his settlement was able to be lit up using electricity. Now let us move on to the story of Clark Thompson, Arthur's friend. He slowly drifted away from Arthur since he disapproved Arthur's change in behavior. He got stranded in Severn Airport while flying to Toronto for Arthur's funeral. Elizabeth and Tyler were also there in the same flight. They, along with other passengers who got stranded there, made the airport one of the new settlements of the New World. There, Clark built a museum in memory of his boyfriend Robert, who was a museum curator. It was called the Museum of Civilization and gained fame in the New World as a safe haven for people. Now moving on to Kirsten's, that child actor's life. The child actor we saw in the first scene lost her parents to the flu. She travelled with her brother on road in year 1 for survival. She completely forgot about what happened that year. Brother comforted her that it is best for her not to remember those awful days since he suffered from daily nightmares, even after settling in a peaceful township. He did not survive long. Kirsten's loneliness and love for acting inspired her to join a wandering theatre cum music troupe called the Travelling Symphony. Thus, she started a new life with new friends and family. Since the ragtag symphony members, they considered themselves a family. Now, Kirsten had become an expert knife thrower in her year 1 travels. Twice she killed for defending herself after joining the symphony. The guilt weighed on her and she tattooed 2 knives on one of her arms as a remembrance. She also loved to explore and collect leftovers of olden days with her friend August. That's all for today's video. Please tune in tomorrow for part 2 of this story. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please give your suggestions in the chat, and if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon. Thank you.